I'm searching. I am searching for something. I'm searching for a little peace of mind. It's a really rough day. St. Ricketts at www.saintricketts.com. I'm sorry, Jewel tells me I'm shouting. I'm so damn excited I can't stand it. Anyway, St. Ricketts. St. Ricketts at www.saintricketts.com. It is the theme song where fire cannot burn to the 100% live Tuesday night episode of The Yo Show.
Yo, yo, yo.
What happened?
Yo.
Yo. I don't know what the fuck is going on here tonight. We're already off the rails. It's 2 minutes in. I am Jeff the Shark Perini, your host for the rather ridiculous activities that go on here Tuesday evenings. Yo Show, 203 episodes strong. You gosh darn right. With me, as always, she is the co-hostess with the mostest. The sister from another mister. And the gosh damn most beautiful face and podcasting, broadcasting, webcasting, bodycasting, typecasting, cast of characters. I think I'm out. Anyway, Joel Tatey. Joel, good evening.
Good evening, Jeff. How are we doing tonight?
I am doing fantastic. And you know why? Because it's Tuesday. And I don't care that I got out of work late. And I don't care that I had to rush to put everything together. The lights are on. The big screen is on. The Funko Pops are here. You're here. You look sensational. I've got my Funko Pop Batman shirt on. What are we missing?
I got my... You can't say it.
I'm done.
Wonder Woman. Like it.
Oh, I like it. Look at you.
So I got Wonder Woman. You got Batman. Fitting.
You're all sexy. I'm going to watch you do that again on the big screen. That little lean back. What's up, baby? How we doing?
It's the bunny dip.
The bunny dip. Okay. I'll take it. Okay. So anyway, good evening, everybody, and welcome to another live episode of The O Show. Jeff and Joel, we do this here every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock live. Tonight, another fantastic guest, Joel, our great friends, Beatrice and Nika over at Impact, bring us another terrific artist, a lovely singer. A lot of great stuff coming out. We'll talk to her around 8:30, Miss Jasmine Jordan, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Joy, I find myself, she is such a cutie. I find myself in a little bit of a problem. Is it Jasmine? Is it Jasmine? Is it Yasmin? I guess we'll find out.
Jasmine.
Jasmine. It's not Jasmine?
No, it's Jasmine.
Are you sure? Okay, we'll go with Jasmine. Okay, coming up around 8:30 if she dares. If she's watching the first 20 minutes or so, probably not.
I am so excited. You have had, I believe, R&B singer. I haven't had an R&B singer in Grace Our Present in so long, it feels.
It's going to be great. I'm very excited. She is super dedicated to the craft. She's got a new docu-series out about her new album. We'll talk to her about that, and we'll just get into the nitty-gritty of it like we always do here. And Beatrice and the gang always bring us those great guests. We're very excited to talk to her. Seems like a very sweet young lady. Nice following. So hopefully people get out and check it out live or on recording, etc. right here.
Jamming to her music. Just have to say.
I've been jamming a little bit as well. I do enjoy it, and we'll show you the places to find it because it's all over the place right now. A massive, massive thanks, humongous thanks to our guest last week, and we did something that I've been dying to do for the longest time. I was so thrilled, and she was absolutely adorable and cool and fun. And I'm absolutely in love. Our guest last week, a huge thank you to Miss Nikki Stringfield.
Yeah.
Oh, man, Jewel. You know, everything that I had anticipated she would be times 1,000. She was absolutely awesome. We had such a great time. Adorable. As you know, her brand new program is out. Liquid Wolf. Well played. Oh, thank you. Is that, JD, is that you? Screwing with me already on Twitch. We love our Twitchers.
Wolves.
Jewel, Nikki Stringfield, what do you think?
She was so adorable. She's so cool as a person, and man, she can try.
She really can. So down to earth too. Very cool. Modest in herself, and that's a great thing about a lot of our guests. They're not as into themselves as we are into them. Like they're like, oh no, or oh well, I'm this, and we're like, no way, you understand? You're a goddamn rock star.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, I'm a rock star.
And we appreciate you taking the time just to hang out with us for a half hour because that was awesome.
It really was. And like, you know, we are so lucky to do it each and every week. And Jewel, as you know, coming up in August, and I don't know if we're going to be able to get Jewel to this. I'm very sad if we can't, Jewel. But coming up in August in Mechanicsburg, PA, it's Sepsis and several other bands performing live. And I went on a live stream last night, and Melissa and a lot of the fans promised that this is going to be like the biggest Sepsis show in quite a while. A lot of people are coming in, big time partying. I'm down for it. I took off the next day from work. I'm getting a room. It's Sunday night. I've dropped the date before we leave. I'm befuddled in the brain right now.
Oh, that's awesome. And they have shown us so much love. And man, it's right there. Like if we could just get there and go to the show, that'd be awesome.
I'm going to get there. I'm not worried about the ride. And I might be solo like Han because the wife's like, well, I don't know if I could do that music all night.
Aww.
I know, right? Going by myself.
Come on. It'll be a
That's
party.
right.
She'll make
Melissa,
it a party. She makes everything a party.
That's true. If not, Melissa would be my date. Yeah, baby.
Okay. Take that off.
I know she's out to dinner tonight, my wife, so she's not watching. So, Melissa, if you're out there, I'm your date. Love me some Melissa Wolf. Love the gang from Sepsis, and their fans are phenomenal. Just a great group. So we'll drop off those details. If I don't get them tonight, because like I said, I'm scatterbrained tonight, I'll drop the links on our pages and all.
Really nuts today, I swear. Like it's the worst day. I'm just so happy it's 8 o'clock.
Right?
The show.
Today's not been a good day. I was talking with my coworker Anthony, and he said he's going to try and check out the show tonight. And we're just like, dude, it's one of them days where it's dragging. Nothing is going right. Everybody's cranky. Like, what the hell is going on today?
Everyone is cranky. Work was terrible. I'll have to tell you some of my phone calls later because they were god awful.
I can imagine. And, I understand that there's a lot going on country-wise.
Yes.
That'll get a lot of people riled up. We don't touch it here. We don't do politics and none of them issues. I know a lot of people are very passionate about it. Even me and my wife brawled about it a little bit last night. I'm like, are we fighting? And she's like, no, I'm not going to tell you. I'm like, that sounds like fighting. But just know, man, your fellow Americans, your people, the person you see every day, etc. Love them a little harder. We need it right now, man. We need some positive vibes and some good vibrations, etc. And this is part of what we do. That's why me and Jewel, when we first decided to do this, like, we're doing fun. We're doing entertainment. We're doing music. We're doing actors. We're not going to do crap like social this and political that because that's shit.
And it's tough sometimes.
And there he's in the house. There he is. My name is Anthony. Anthony, we love you, bro. Good evening. Thanks for tuning in, dude. Really appreciate it. Possibly your coworker. Yeah, he's good people. A little incognito. I like that. I like a little sneak attack. And Anthony watched tonight. He'll never watch again. But if you do, tell your friends. You got to see it. I'm like, dude, it's worse than I described it.
Yeah, there's so many wolves. Like, everyone is something wolf. It's hard to decipher.
There is a lot of wolf. JD Wolf and iLiquid Wolf and Sepsis has the wolf and all that
Michael
good stuff.
Wolf. It's like all over the place.
Jeff the Wolf Perini next week.
Hey, you got an animal? I need an animal. Well, I have an elephant tattoo, but that's not a cool nickname.
How about Jewel the Fox?
No. Just not him. Ew. COVID Mike.
COVID Mike. It's always very funny because I was talking about the show, and the Sepsis show, and I'm like, if Cassie doesn't go, I'm like, what if Jewel goes and me and Jewel share a room? And she's like, I'm fine with that. And trust me, I'm fine with that because Jewel, I repulse Jewel. I do. I'm like, if there was 1 million men left on Earth, I'd be 1,000,001 to Jules.
You're just Jeff, man.
I'm gross. I know, it's okay. You can say it. I'm disgusting. I know.
I said you're just Jeff. I didn't say you're gross.
I know. You didn't have to.
In my mouth. Would you stop? My brother from another mother.
That's right. And that's why I'm not putting it. That's why I'm not putting anything in your mouth because I am your brother.
Christ.
We're off to a great start. Top 5. Did you get the top 5 together tonight? Did we do it?
I got it in like 2 seconds.
All right, so I came out with a couple of shitty ones, and Jules like, how about top 5 relationship deal breakers? What the hell I just did? And I love that kind of shit. Well, what were you doing? Do you want to do the other one?
And then I said, she has the song, so it'd be cool if we did the song one. So I did duos.
Duos? Oh, for the love of God.
Jordan has a song that it was None Better Duo, so I did duos.
We've done duos 1,000 times.
Oh my God. All right, I'll make it up on the spot. It's fine. It's fine.
Everyone has got a taste. I like peanut butter. I don't even know what you do with peanut butter. Anthony, by the way, is very funny. So he's a nice feed-in for the comment section. We get some good comment section people.
Anthony.
Thanks. All right, so I'll go first. This is
Okay.
top 5 relationship deal breakers.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm not prepared.
Number 5, if you don't eat pizza, deal breaker. Deal breaker. Pizza to me is essential. It's life. My wife got me tomato pie tonight. I scuffed down 2 pieces when I got home. Number 5, if you don't eat pizza. I even took a sip to kind of slow down so you get. Number 4, if you don't drink. What? Is that even possible?
That's one of mine too, because I feel like I don't do anything else, you know. I don't smoke. Seriously, and I like to have a cocktail. And if you can't enjoy a cocktail with me, it's like, what are we
Right?
doing? You can't play a beer game with me? Not even one?
Right.
Come on, man. Let's have a pint.
I've enjoyed cocktails with Jewel, and I'm telling you, no offense, because I love you to death. It breaks you out of the shell even more. Like you break out of that shell, man. You're like rolling, and it's great.
Because I'm a shy person, and I feel like a beer helps.
A beer.
I'm more fun. Just one.
Just one for the folks at home. Why do we suddenly got echo? For the last 2 weeks we echo.
Oh, I hear myself, and I don't like that.
Yeah, a little bit.
Sorry.
Number 3, if they're mean to their parents.
Oh, good one. Good one.
Whew, if you can't respect your parents, dude, you can't respect anybody. Let's face it.
That's true.
So that means you blow.
Very true.
Number 2, if you can't hold a conversation. I know it's the day of texting and all that, but I need to talk.
Good one.
If she's vegan, if she's vegan, she's a plant, and I'm a botanist. Now that's a phrase. That's fucking awesome. Number 1, Jules gonna hate this. My wife's gonna hate it. If she doesn't, suck. I need some moral gratification. I'm sorry. I need it. I gotta have it.
Horrible top 5. I'm so sorry we went here. This was not how it was supposed to go down. I had my top 5 do's all lined up.
It's funny how I said don't suck, and you said this is not how it's supposed to go down. But I'm dynamite feet. Jewel Taylor, your top 5, because I know people want to know your top 5 relationship deal breakers, because you're like a hot chick, and everybody wants to know what turns off a hot chick.
I just walk right into it all the time, and I
absolutely.
realize it.
You should you should keep a hose in your bedroom so you can hose down your shoe after stepping in the shit.
See what idea was?
It's a lot.
I don't need a boyfriend. I have you to just bust my chops. Okay. Number 5. If you don't like my cooking, then get lost, because I'm a cook.
Oh yeah, I love that. Awesome.
What'd you say? If you're a mess, like if you're messy, you know, I wouldn't say I'm a clean freak, but I kind of am. Like if I see dust, I will get down on the floor and dust that shit. Like I can't have like dust bunnies or anything. I don't know. It drives me nuts. If you're a mess, if you're like literally can't clean up your own shit, I got nothing for you.
No, you haven't been to the man cave in a while. Stay away, dude. It is a disaster down there.
It bothers me. Like at least clean up your own food. Food mess is my biggest thing.
Oh,
and put your plate in the sink.
Like this is right. Dishes in the sink are one thing. Dishes in the sink with dirty food in them. Come the fuck. That's gross. Makes me sick.
It sits there and it congeals. I just can't help that. I'm a 2.
He's a 2, but I'm funny. He's not. He's more like a 3. He's not a 2.
That's mean. Yeah. If you if you don't like animals.
Oh, I forgot to put that too. If you don't, yeah.
If
you don't like animals,
you're very well behaved, and they don't do anything but love up on you. So if you don't like my animals, then take a hike. You know, Reese is going to be 12 this week.
Oh, my goodness. I know, right?
Just turned 5. We had a little birthday party for her. So, yeah. And like you said, if you're not family oriented.
I like that. Jewel, you're very family oriented. I love that about you. I think it's terrific.
Yeah, I think, especially when you have a cool family, it's like, why wouldn't you be? Right?
Right, exactly.
And number 1.
Tune in, fellas.
If you don't watch the show. Then
yeah! I agree.
I think you get a good sense of who I am through here, so why not?
I get a great sense of who you are through here. In person, you're actually a little different, and not in a bad way. You, like I said, it takes a little time to get you out of your shell. We're here, but you know what? It took you a little time to get you out of your shell here too, until we realized like people enjoy us. A lot of people watch. A lot of people give us great compliments. Yeah, we still drink cocktails, but like tonight we went to see Ray Coleman. It was tough getting you out of the corner in the beginning. You're like in the corner, and I'm like, come on.
Oh yeah. Well, I like to post up when I'm out. I like to feel comfortable. And that bar was so crowded. So I'm like, I just need a corner where I can like sit back, have a few drinks. And we did it. We found our corner. It was great. It was a good time.
We did. That ended up being a great corner, and the fellows like moved that table out of the way, and we made it our corner, which was terrific.
Yeah.
Great top five. Let's rehash real quick. Jules, top 5 deal breakers if you don't like her cooking. I've had Jules baking, and I'll tell you it's excellent. So I recommend. Oh baby, oh the baby, not the baby, the baking. I can't even get it. Yeah, I'm off tonight. Number 4, if you're messy or sloppy, clean your own shit for God's sakes. Number 3, if you don't like animals, I can't believe it didn't make my list. If you don't like dogs, especially, not a dog person, then you're not a me person. Number 2, of course, is family oriented. I love that. Number 1, if you don't watch the Yo Show. If you're dating this babe and you don't watch her program, what are you even in it for?
It doesn't matter.
Jesus.
A different song.
Mine.
It doesn't matter.
No.
50 Bentleys in the West Indies.
Mine's very complex. If you don't eat pizza, if you don't drink, I'm such a simpleton. If you're mean to your parents, if you can't hold a conversation, which you've met my significant other, there's a human being that can converse.
That's a great one too. You have to,
I like communication. Like the guys who go, I love like these ditzy girls. No offense, but I can't, man. I need a little substance.
That's why I don't get the age gaps a lot of times, unless you're like a very old soul that knows a lot. But all the age gaps, like it's so different. Like I look at kids now, and like they're 21. They're children. I can't imagine. I was just thinking of my college days. I'm like, man, I feel like an old lady.
And number 1, if you don't own a vacuum.
Oh God.
Great top 5 tonight. If you've got animals, but yeah, like I like, and again, I go back to the show and why me and Jewel do it so well, why I love having her here. She can converse on multiple things, and she's very diverse. She's very good on what's current and what's modern. I know it's, some guys like to see just like this bimbo out there being like, no, I'm naked. Man, it doesn't work for me.
Thanks. I appreciate that compliment.
Why is the sun screaming in my eye? I gotta ask you what that is tomorrow. I'm a little confused by that, but I like it. I like it a lot.
What does the sun drink out of?
I don't know.
Sunglasses.
Ouch. If I may add something else to my top 5, make it top 6. Bad sense of humor. Sunglasses. It was slightly cute. Not you're like dying over there. Number 1 deal maker if you laugh at your own jokes. Almost to the fact where you piss your pants. Congratulations there. Wow.
Things. Beavis and Butthead is back. That was my show. It was all just stupid comedy, and I love it.
I loved it, and I still enjoy it when I get a chance to watch the reruns and all. I'm glad it's back. I really am. I mean,
me too.
And you know why? It's almost like everything is it's so offensive. Those guys will bring it back. Like, challenge the cancel culture right there.
I think they were so innocent, though. Like, they would laugh about, you would laugh at them for saying the most, regular thing, but they would make it funny. I don't think Beavis and Butthead was offensive. I think they were just dumb.
Right, very dumb. And but now there's going to be people say it, Eventually somebody will say it picks on teenagers, it picks on dumb kids, the challenge.
I think what they did, like, they drank beer. I don't think they smoked.
No, they
MTV.
They licked frogs to get their high. Remember they were licking the frog's butt?
Yeah. Such a great show.
Excellent. I cannot wait.
King of the Hill was not funny. Beavis and Butthead was hilarious.
King of the Hill it had its moments. I'm a King of the Hill guy. I mean, I like Bobby. Bobby's my favorite. No.
Mm,
Bobby? Yeah, he was good, but
that's good.
thank you.
Bobby.
So far on the show, I've done a good Hank Hill. I've done a good.
You
I
do a
did.
good Trump.
I do a good Trump, and I forget who else. Yeah, I was surprised I did that Trump. Then you're like, wow, it's really good. Never
Your
really.
Trump is good.
I'm definitely not doing it now.
No, don't.
Now's not the time. Now is not the time.
It's what a
Uh,
time it is.
Pretty sure I'm going to either to hell or to jail. I'm sure. My asshole is going to be huge by the time it's all said and done. Sure, let's bring on another topic. Anyway, speaking of topics and things, before Jasmine? Do we go with Jasmine or Jasmine? Jasmine.
It's Jasmine. It's Jasmine.
I got to hit people with this. I'm telling you, if you're local, Philadelphia, Bucks County area, I highly recommend the amazing Comedy on the Crick. Not Ryan Gosling. What the hell happened there?
highly recommend the Barbie movie.
Highly recommend.
It's so
Cannonball.
good. It's going to be huge.
I hope Andrew didn't tune in. I said, dude, tune in. I'm going to drop a little like for you there. And there it was. Anyway, so Comedy on the Crick, hosted by our good friend Andrew Duck, also known as Podcast Asshole, which is just a great name. I love it. It now varies on nights, Friday nights or Saturday nights. It's held at the Blue Monkey Catering Hall in Levittown. For 45 hours, you get a beautiful spread of food. There was fried chicken, mac and cheese, collard greens, just salads. There was a great meal. You bring your own drink. The comedians were phenomenal. Like, you couldn't even pick a winner. Everybody was great. Andrew's there hosting, and it's just terrific. Look it up. Find it on Facebook or on Instagram. Comedy on the Crick. Jewel, I got to tell you, I know you want to try and get there and you missed it, but I'm telling you, fantastic. My man Andrew does an amazing job. It's tremendous.
I'm so sad I missed it. I definitely have to make the next one because that's just a great deal. I love seeing comedians, especially live. I don't know. You can see a comedian on TV and not laugh, but see them live and in person, and then you'll be rolling. What is that? Is it the thrill of getting out and just being happy?
I think so. Especially we were what is known as the table. Like, we were the table.
Oh,
And everybody, like, people started picking on my flip flops, asking Cassie if she sucks my toes. Like, it was just, like, we were rolling with it, and it was going so good. We had just such a freaking blast.
it's hard being,
It is.
at a comedy show because
I
you're
agree.
on the whole night.
And she kept saying, shh. I'm like, no, shh. They like it. They like feeding off the crowd. I'm trying to find the lineup of the comedians. I took a picture of it so I'd have it. But I
You
take
are
it.
like a borderline heckler, though. Like you did.
Oh,
at the
yeah.
Jamie show. We went to Jamie Kennedy, and Jeff's like, "Yeah, I'm an asshole."
And Joel's like, stop. You got to give a little heckle. You got to, like, you got to test their mettle, as they say. Here's a list of comedians. Great group. It was hosted by Jay Simpson, who's freaking hilarious. Vicky Plummer, Ryan Foster, who all the chicks think is hot, and he's funny as shit. So he was a crowd pleaser. Albert Davis, Brendan Donegan, Brian Isley, John Montague, and Mel Harris. I got to tell you, what a lineup. And there's a different lineup every week. I think this week Ryan Foster is the host. So ladies, check it out. Even my wife's like, oh, he's hot. Thank you. Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, it's terrific.
Whatever. She can say whatever she wants after all the bullshit you say.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she says, like, the one night, I don't know if I said this to you. Well, I'll say it. We had about 4 minutes before Jasmine
Sorry,
comes on.
Jasmine. Sorry.
I know, sorry, I
We
apologize.
just have to get this out of the way before you come on, and then it'll be a great show.
But, like, she starts watching, when she's home, she'll watch on the big screen on Twitch, because she likes Twitch. And she's like, I watch on Twitch, I think it's great. She's like, I got to tell you, though. I'm kind of embarrassed sitting there listening to you talk about your balls and talking about sex things and talking about Viagra. And I'm like, and? Like, that's what we do here.
Oh my god. I wanted to tell you because I watched Rich and Shameless yesterday, and
Never seen it.
it's this new, docu-series on HBO, but the first episode was Pam and Tommy, and that's a crazy story, and I feel so bad for Pam, especially because she was just never taken seriously. But
I agree.
I like her. I think she's a cool chick. Anyway, the radio guy that came on, and I've mentioned him to you before.
Oh yeah.
Tom Likas, and he's like, I have the #1 radio show. This guy is. You think Howard Stern's bad? This guy's the most misogynistic. I mean, I love Howard Stern, but this guy, his views are so warped, and he has this whole legion of people following him. He's just so isn't he ridiculous? Like you don't
It's
even
like
have you
it's
and you think he's ridiculous. That's how out of line this dude is.
it's like sexism 1,000 times over. Like the
Yeah,
most
it's
sexist
good.
nonsense, and he's not funny. And it
He's
doesn't.
not
I
funny.
mean, Joe Rogan's show is #1. Anyway, I'd rather have Rogan than that guy. That guy was, I forget his name. He's terrible.
100 times. Yeah, and I can't believe he was actually on air. Like I thought he was just YouTube or this like offset. No, he was actually on LA afternoon primetime radio. I can't believe it.
He's a
Anyway,
scumbag. Like a big time scumbag. I don't know why I can't transfer the questions onto my computer. I'm just not having a great day from a technological standpoint and just anything in general. It's just not my day.
I think Mercury's in retrograde or something. It's not
Right?
happening.
Send a copy. Send it to email. Send it to my email at yahoo.com. Send. Let's see what happens. Anyway, if not, I still have the timeline. We don't really practice it and we don't plan it. We just kind of go. And we follow a little timeline. And I realize I only have like 7 questions. What the hell am I doing tonight? Falling apart. Anyway, our guest will be shortly, Miss Jasmine. I'm going to ask her when she gets here.
Jeff, stop it.
Jeff, stop it. I'm so nervous. I get nervous. When the guests come on, I get nervous. Especially if I can't say her name right. I'll relax. Anyway,
not
comedy
that
on the
hard.
quick. What's that?
It's not that hard.
It's harder than it looks.
Oh, speaking of, we took a stroll to downtown Ambler, and we saw the Lab in person, and that's another comedy venue. I'm thinking, like, man, who can expand this?
Yeah, right?
Go there. I would love to just interview comedians, musicians, whoever. We love everyone.
We're working on ideas to branch us out. We got some talks and some conversation to get us out. I mean, I want to do this for a living. And I know my man Anthony's out there. He knows I'd rather do this for a living than that crap. Dude, telling you what, service writing is easily
That's a good one.
worst job on the planet.
Preston, Steve.
This skill. What is the skill every man should know? Depends if you ask my wife, I'll tell you. But we're not going to answer right now. We're going to keep it clean because it's behavior time. 8:30, we got to be adults. Our guest tonight is an outstanding and lovely musician. Has brand new material coming out, including a brand new documentary, which I'm going to talk about because I think it's so cool the way she tied a documentary in her brand new album. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our very special guest tonight. Now, before I even say the name, is it Jasmine or is it Jasmine?
It's Jasmine. Thank you.
Jasmine, thank you, Joe. It is Miss Jasmine Jordan. Jasmine, good evening. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We really appreciate it, and welcome.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be with you guys tonight. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, it's our pleasure. And your great team over there at Impact Promotions always sends us great acts. And weeks back, just okay, how about Jasmine Jordan? So I said, okay, let's check it out. And I just see this person who is just like radiant, your positivity, your big smile, you're just really talented. We've been listening to the music, it's great. So when we get great people on here, we've always been very lucky to get great people. So we're very excited for this.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching it. And yeah, it's been a really, really great last, I would say like week and a half. We dropped it last week and it's just been, the feedback has been amazing. So I'm happy to be talking about it with you guys tonight.
It's terrific. And it's, I'm sorry. Usually I have notes. The notes got cut off, so I got to kind of cheat and go back here.
Good. It's all good.
So it's Intermission. It's a mini documentary series. Also your new album. Talk to us about the creative process and what intermission means and just everything that you've brought to life here because it's sensational. It's a genius idea as well to get a documentary as well as new music.
Thank you. You know what? Honestly, It really was. I hate to sound like this, but it was super divine the entire process, because part of creating this project, part of the rule I gave myself was that there were no rules. And I was like, I'm on nobody's timelines. I don't have anyone hovering above me saying you have to have it this way. But very easily, as you're in the industry longer and longer, you kind of just start to feel panicked. Like, very easily, like you're almost running out of time, or you just always have to be putting out something. But then the quality of what you're creating can sometimes, the authenticity of that gets lost in it. And so I just had to allow myself time and space to kind of take this intermission to figure out that I was like, taking a break sometimes from certain things allows for space for other things in your life to really manifest. And then that creates inspiration that turns in, is immediately translated into the art. So that was something I had to give myself permission to do. And then I just said, hey, let's just create music with my producer, Andre De Santana, who I've been working with forever, who's amazing. And he reels me in always at the right time when I'm panicking. And he's just like, look, we're going to create whatever's on your heart and let's just see how this goes. So I created the music first before titling it. Funny enough, intermission came up, then the pandemic hit. And it just was like this continuation. It's like, yo, we really are on this intermission. Like each of us, what it means to me, the title really came after looking at the body of work and the music and just, some of the things I was challenging myself to write about. It was like love. I mean, I just love speaking about love and all the different emotions that come with the
It's
journey of love.
beautiful. It's beautiful.
But with that is also like self-love and self-awareness and getting older and anxiety and depression, or therapy, and how that has changed my life, all these things that are kind of happening as I'm evolving and getting older. And so the title just manifested after. And then we're in the pandemic, and I'm talking to Andrick, the director of the documentary, and we've been doing videos together. And he's like, let's take this a whole new direction. Like this gives us an opportunity to do something different and to, let's include multiple songs and tell this story of intermission. And I was back in the Pacific Northwest, that was not a part of the plan. Again, one of those like curveballs that life hits you with that ends up being beautiful. But I end up being back in the place I grew up. It's filled with nature. We can't really do anything else except be in nature because it was the top of the pandemic. So honestly, everything aligned. And it was just like, we're going to talk about what this intermission means to you. And yeah, and then the documentary was birthed. We shot it in 2020. It was
Wow.
there were 6 of us in the team, like just a really tight knit group. Most of them flew out from LA, and we shot it around Washington State, which again, a full like circle moment, being back where I grew up, and not anticipating or planning that at all, with a project that's called Intermission, right? And I grew up really in the Pacific Northwest, basically. So everything just came together the way it was supposed to. And I'm super grateful. And now I'm like, okay, let's go. It continues, like it's continuing.
Incredible.
That's beautiful. And yes, and I think since 2020, everyone has gone through their own self reflection. I've seen your vlogs, the Quarantine Chronicles, and how you went to the Pacific Northwest, and how prayer and just nature helped you. How do you think it reflected in the music and the songs that are on this new album?
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm so rooted in my faith. That has always been a big part of it. And as I get older, I realize more and more just how much, like, sometimes you don't even realize how big your identity is in something. And you're like, but you hear the words, or you hear the way people kind of come back to you. And so that's always been a huge thing. I'm very close to my family. So all of that has influenced me heavily. And I think has also, my mom and dad were very courageous and traveling very young. My dad was in the Army, is retired Army. My mom is from Germany and moved to America really young. So I always kind of had that spirit in me from a very young age. So I would say it absolutely influenced, I think, the experiences that I was having along the way as I was getting inspiration to write the project. Definitely the faith piece. I mean, I just think, so much of the intermission is really about, I think, being honest about the highs and lows and all the jacked up pieces in us that we have to confront, and the beautiful pieces is what, right, like it's a very fine line. It's like that balance of, I want to become my highest version, the best version of myself. That requires that I look in the mirror and take inventory of the amazing and beautiful things about myself, but also the not so sweet things that I need to correct so that I can continue building and continue evolving. So it definitely influenced it. A couple of the new songs on the deluxe EP came during the pandemic and while I was in Washington. And that was Collection, Name a Better Duo, and Summertime. And so Summertime is one of those songs where I was like, I've been in the house way too long. Like, get me
It's
out of.
fun.
I was like, let's just create a fun song, please. Like, can we do something lighthearted and just like go out? You know, in that video, you'll see us on the skating rink. We're outside and we're like, you know, it's kind of like Beyonce's new song, like, I'm outside. Like, you're just so happy. That was the spirit of that song. And then Name a Better Duo and Collection, kind of two different angles about love. But again, like that time down really allowed me like freedom and space to, I think, just embrace all pieces of myself on another level. And being home, you know, being around an environment that is very accepting and loving of like all the pieces of me gave me more permission to dive in.
That's awesome.
I just want to say, I have a lot to say.
Yeah, go
But,
ahead.
Okay, I love it.
yeah,
Let's do it. Let's talk about it all.
Summertime, that video is beautiful, and I think it's so perfectly done. I wanted to hear more about the creative process behind that. And then I was going to talk about None Better Duo is such a powerful song. And then I listened to Vacation from My Heart, which is like totally opposite. Oh my God. You're singing my life right now. But I just want to congratulate you. But I did want to know more about the Summertime video because it's so fun and cool. And
Thank
pretty. I
you.
love it.
And thank you for listening to the music. I really appreciate that. I don't take that for granted. Summertime, so I'll kind of, a Summertime was so fun. It was, we wrote it quick. It came like out very quickly. Dre and I were in the studio. I was like, this is the vibe. This is what like I want to create. And he just starts on the bass and we just immediately, hi Nika. We immediately like hit it off and just kind of went with it. And honestly, when we were in the studio, we immediately, I saw like a vision of like skating. Like I was just like, everyone's roller skating. I love the energy on social media, you know, seeing all the skaters come to life and them get this moment on social media because it's been around forever, but it's just them getting this moment. And because again, the intermission, like being stuck in the house, needing to get out, needing to be around community, right? The importance of all those pieces. I was like, look, as soon as we get an opportunity, which we shot that August of 2021. So last summer was kind of the first opportunity to really be like, all right,
Yeah.
you know, like, I mean, I'm out of here. Like,
Mask off, gloves off. Let's
yes,
roll. Yeah.
bro, like, come on. I'm like, I'm going to LA. Let's shoot this. Got some of my friends together. And Andrick, again, Andrick Queen Booker, amazing, my family and friend. We've been working together since my first video. He put an amazing team together really fast. We got a huge house, and then we had two scenes, and one was in Palos Verdes. And it was the skating rink, this event, and Sarah Haywood, who has become a friend and is an amazing skater, joined in. And, you know, it was like the beauty of social media because I kind of met some of the people who came on through the pandemic. And, you know, you kind of are like, I love your energy. I love yours. Like, let's work together. So that the video, I think it really captures the spirit of everyone being like, I'm so happy to be outside. I'm happy to be with people that have good energy, good spirits, and we're just about to have a good time. And everyone has said that to me, like, it just seemed so authentic. And I'm like, it really honestly was the most fun video I've ever shot. Like, it just was hands down easy. And then Name a Better Duo, my loves, it honestly was like a manifestation song that I wrote. At the time when I wrote it, it was a declaration of the love that I know I will, you know, that I knew I would be experiencing. Like I hadn't at that moment, but it was like, it was really manifestation, but within music, the same way you would create intentions or whatever. And so I was like, I want to create a love song where you're able to flex your love story, and it's just like the two of us, we are the best. Like, like we love all these other like couples goals, but we are the couples goal because this is it. And then on the other hand, as you just said, Vacation on My Heart is like that situationship that just haunts you. And it's like, you think that
We got him.
yeah, it's like you keep taking vacation on my heart, but you don't even have any PTO days. And it's like, you've been out of them, and it's just like, you're so exhausted because it's like, this is not what love is supposed to reflect and be and feel like, And so that was just a very honest song from, past experiences where it's like, all right, this in and out thing is not going to work anymore.
Right. And then on the opposite side of that is None Better Duo, which I saw one of your captions. I feel like such a stalker, but we do our homework. We do our homework. But like one of your captions was, I'm a movement by myself, but I'm forced when we're together. It reminds me of that Neo song. So
yes,
I've been
love that.
vibing out to your music for the longest. So just thank you very much.
well,
I'll let Jeff talk now.
thank you so much. That warms my heart. Thank you. Really.
Like I say, I mean, just a little sidebar. Anybody that could be your half of a duo, a perfect duo, is in luck. You're beautiful, you're talented, you're strong, and your sense and just your experience in life is just perfect, and your approach to it is amazing. So let's go all the way back to the beginning. What first got you into music? How old were you? Did you have music around you, or you just kind of picked it up one day and say, hey, this is for me? What got you into music?
I was definitely one of those stories from the time I was dancing and moving. My parents played a lot of music around the house. They
Excellent.
love music to this day. My mom's always dancing and playing R&B and soul. My dad was always playing R&B, soul, hip hop, then gospel. As I got a little older, so it was just always around me. And my grandmother on my dad's side actually sang opera.
Oh, wow.
So the gift of music comes from my dad's side, and he was always singing. So it just was a musical household. But my parents saw very young. I mean, probably as young as 2. There's video footage of me, singing like New Edition in the bathtub. I mean, it's 2.
Wow.
It was legitimately 2 years old, like mimicking the riffs and like trying my best in my little kid, not having like tone voice, but I definitely had a love, and my parents were just so intuitive and they were so connected to me that, they really nurtured that from that moment on. Like they were like, sing as soon as they could, knew we were singing. It was like every family gathering, all the arts that my mom could put me in, she did. And I really give it up to them, honestly, that's why I dedicated the documentary to them. If you watch through the credits, at the end, you'll see actually my sister. She had just given birth to her first baby, my nephew. You'll see a lot of that, and then just the dedication of them, because they've just supported me, so beautifully this whole journey. And I know I'm super blessed for that, because it doesn't always happen. And honestly, usually it doesn't when you're a lover of the arts, because there's just so many other, jobs and professions that parents a lot of times would rather you be in. I think for good reasons a lot of times, but if it's just not your passion, they were like, look, do what you love. And I have appreciated that.
That's amazing. And it's good to have the parent support. Like my mother, God rest her soul, when she first heard my show, she's like, oh my God, you got a foul mouth, you stink, I'm never watching you again. Oh, so thanks, Mom. Excellent. There's your funny how I'm still here. So but it is terrific when you have your parent support, especially from so young. And at 2 years old, I was trying not the pace, and here you are singing music. So that, it's just, I'm floored by that.
I probably was doing that too. Okay, probably both, honestly.
But you said New Edition. Who are some of your other influences, and who are you listening to today? I'm dying to know, who's on your playlist right now?
So Mariah Carey is probably the biggest musical inspiration in my life. there's not very many people I would like lose it over and act, out of character, and probably, but with her, absolutely. We heard a lot of I heard a lot of Mary J. Blige growing up. I heard, a lot of Tupac, honestly, like growing up. Patti LaBelle, that whole New Edition crew. Um, I became a lover of like Destiny's Child, Beyonce, Alicia Keys in my earlier years that I would say absolutely influenced me, especially Alicia when she came out.
Yeah.
She was she was so unique, she looked like me, but then she had the braids and she rocked them and she had this like very different swag and look from everybody else. And it was very refreshing. And she was just mega talented, right? And
Yeah.
like writing, all of that. So I would definitely say that. Right now I'm listening. Who have I been listening to the most? I am such a 90s and 2000s like baby. My friends, they'll tell you like they get so irritated with me because I'm still playing like T-Pain and Mariah Carey from the 90s and the 2000s. Like it's just my favorite. I have a lot of talented friends, and my friend like Shalia Nicole, Alfred Jackson, they just came out with projects within the last month. So I've been listening to their records and loving it. I mean, it's just so amazing. I'll also say Tamia. Are you guys familiar with Tamia?
Yeah.
Yes. No, yeah.
Tamia is one of my singing heroes. And I've studied a lot of her music, especially as I got
T-Pain's
older.
it?
T-Pain, yeah, see, T-Pain is it. He will always be it. Kehlani, I love Kehlani, and her music and her new record is beautiful. A lot of the like newer R&B artists, I definitely have been listening to and love. Beyonce's new record. Can't Break My Soul, Positive Message.
Sure.
That's been playing the last few days.
And we had Shalia and Nicole on our program about a month or two back, and I get the same vibe with both of you. Very strong, confident in your word, excellent talent. So when you mentioned her name, I got like because she was outstanding too. We really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I tell you what, the group at Impact does a great job bringing great talent together, and no exception, of course, here. So what's next? You got this big thing coming out. You're going out. Do you tour? Where do you like to get to? Any chance of getting you to come all the way out to the East Coast and see us Philly people?
Well, I just moved to New York.
Awesome. Okay.
I actually just moved to Brooklyn in April. So hi.
She is gorgeous. You're
Thank
right.
you so much. I just moved to Brooklyn. I'm loving it. New York summers are unmatched. And so it's just beautiful to be in this space. I absolutely will be doing some shows on the East Coast. We're working on some plans right now. Nothing I can announce yet, but we are working on a lineup, and I have a very special show I'm planning for New York in the next couple months. Yeah, inspired by Intermission, and I'll say that it's very inspired by the old MTV Unplugged series.
Oh, now you're talking. Yeah.
Yeah. So Nika and I may be planning, some fun things coming down the pipeline. And then honestly, I just want to continue having conversations about the Intermission. I want to, the music has so many themes. Side eye. The music has so many themes, and honestly, I just want to bring together music and community and dialogue and conversation. It's like, I'm so tired of people feeling like they have to journey by themselves and, like the facade that everything's perfect, that social media paints. I don't want to be a part of that, that story, that narrative. And I love to connect with people and talk. And so I was like, let's do it together. Like, let's come together and do the music. Love you. Hi, guys.
And that's a great message. And Joe and I were talking about it earlier today. Like on our show, we don't do politics and we don't do like those harsh topics because there's plenty of that out there.
There is. Yep.
We come to bring this, like the reality, and like I said, community, which is big. And community is a word we use around here a lot. And I wanted to ask how you feel the East Coast is. Is it community or a lot of competition? What have you found since being here?
In New York?
Yeah.
Oh, I honestly, I was just talking to some people about this the last couple weeks. I think that New York has one of the most supportive environments and communities that I've ever experienced anywhere.
Excellent.
I love LA, was there for 8 years. I consider it one of my homes, but I tell you what, being here, I go out and I'll meet people. You go to a cafe, it's very hard to be in any environment for longer than like 30 minutes and not at least have some type of positive exchange, a smile, a laugh. It turns into a conversation, turns into, hey, I have a venue, like, like, what are you up to? Where did you move from? And it's just such a supportive community. And every day that I'm outside, anytime I step outside my apartment, I have a really positive interaction with, business owners, with
Yeah.
other creatives, artists. I mean, it's just, there's so much everywhere. So I would say, honestly, it's pretty, again, it's unmatched. I think New York has a very, very special community that is very like, hey, what are you doing? How can I help? Like, and they're real about it. It's very like, if they're going to say they're going to like help, or if they want to be a part of the movement or want to help in some way or another, it's coming from a genuine place, and they're like, let's do it. They're about their business. And I really
Incredible.
appreciate that.
It's awesome.
That's really important to hear too. I feel for especially young musicians trying to get out. Some think it's, oh, I just have to be TikTok famous, or I just have to like make it on YouTube. But if you live in a city, that's going out and experiencing it firsthand and getting to play live. What advice would you have for an up and coming artist um, thinking about moving to a city or trying to get into, just break into the industry?
Yeah. Oh, I could speak about this for so long. I the first thing I always like to say is just remember who you are. Like, if you don't know who you are yet, figure that out before you like try to deep dive in this industry, because there's so much that will try to confuse you, that will try to rip you away from your values and like your confidence. Like you were talking about, like it is a very competitive thing too, and social media adds so many new levels to that. And we believe all the narratives we see on the internet, and then you compare your timeline, your career, your voice, your rhymes, your this, your that. It's exhausting, and then you just feel, and then you end up depleted. And I think that you have to like know thyself. You got to keep good people around you. Do not, like having a bunch of yes people around you will bring you down quicker than anything else. And trust your intuition. Like, trust your intuition, put yourself out there. That's a part of it. Like, you have to be willing to network even slightly, show up to spaces, to events that, even if you have to show up alone, to be able to make those connections with the right people, but then trust your intuition as you're doing all of that. Hi, boo. I think all of that is really, really important, because there's a lot to navigate, especially as an independent artist. You tend to be wearing all the hats, if not most of them. And it's exhausting, right? Like, as an artist, I just want to focus on the art. I don't want to think about all the business pieces. I don't want to have to worry about that. But as an independent artist, you do have to have that. And I would say, even if you transition out of independent artist into assigned artist, it's going to benefit you to know more about the business anyway. So, be courageous, get out there, have confidence. Sometimes you got to fake it until you make it. Like, sometimes you show up in a room and you feel so insecure, and you just got to put the face on and be kind and meet people, take inventory of what's happening, and then move along to the next, opportunity and next door.
It's amazing. It's absolutely, it's inspiring. And we even do it here. Like, people see us and are like, oh, the way you act on the show. I'm like, that's not an act. That's us. We're enthusiastic. We're silly. We're absolute huge fans of music and talented artists like yourself. So, yeah, I totally get that. It's great advice. Like, be real, be authentic, and be confident. Like, I didn't know 200 episodes plus ago that thousands of people would watch this, and if you would have told me that in the beginning, I'd be like, I'm not doing that. But now, thank you. But now we do it, and like hundreds watch, thousands watch. People, we go out and like, hey, I listened, I do, and I'm like, man, that's freaking great. So I agree with you, and especially somebody like yourself, because you're approaching a massive style of music, like the R&B style, etc., is huge, and there's big names in the game, and there's no fear in that. because you attack it. Like we do, like everybody's like, oh, the Joe Rogans, the Howard Sterns. I really don't care. I'm here. I'm going to speak. We're going to do it. We're going to have a good time and bring in great people.
Yeah. And I would add to that, like, right, no one is you, and that is your power, Jeff. Andrew.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, it's one of those things that have become a really, really cute, like, quote on the socials, but it's so true. And I remind myself of that all the time. Like, there are all those other people, but like nobody is you two, right? Like, so there are just certain people that are going to be attracted to this show and what you have to say in your spirit and energy. And I would say that to every single artist, entrepreneur, whatever. It's like, write that book, like put out that poetry book, put out that podcast, like write that song, put out that damn song that you've been singing. Like, what are you waiting on? You know? And it's not that it's like that there's not sometimes the talking through, because I have to do a lot of that still every release, every time in the studio. There's like this up and down emotional process that I go through. But then I also,
that's a good song too.
Which one?
Release. I love it.
Oh, Release. Oh, that was one of the first ones we wrote for the project. That was one of my babies. Really like inspired by anxiety and all the anxiousness I was feeling during that time. But
you saved life. You literally. I love your music, and I'm so happy that you write the way you write, because I'm just I love it. And I just wanted to touch on, I know we don't have a lot of time left, but your love for fashion too, because that's a big part of who you are, and it ties into your music well. And I just think your style is cool as hell. So if you could touch on that a little bit.
Sorry, what I saw the comment popped up, and touch on what piece of it?
Oh, your fashion and your love of fashion and how that ties into your music.
Again, one of those pieces of my personality that popped up at a very young age. My mom is a fashionista, and it's funny looking back at all of her fashion from like the 80s and the 90s, and now I'm wearing a lot of those things. So I just always saw a very like confident, beautiful, sexy like woman who like was very, confident around. And I definitely think that impacted my sister and I. Seeing the fashion, seeing all the things you can do with it, and it just being an expression, like another expression of who you are, and embracing that. So it's something I have a lot of fun with. Honestly, I just love it. Like it's that simple. I just love putting on something that I feel good in. I could be going to the store. That's another thing people will tell you who know me. Like, I will literally get dressed up for the living room. It's nothing. Like, I will put on a dress, and I was doing it often during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And it's just because it makes me feel good, So I'm inspired. That's another thing I love about New York. I just love seeing how unique everyone is. I mean, and they're confident in their outfits, in their looks, in their hair, in the makeup they have on, the nails, like it's incredible. It's so inspiring, and it, just makes me want to it makes me want to be even more free. Like, you want to explore it. You want to try this, try that, especially with fashion.
Yes.
Yeah,
New
definitely.
York and LA are definitely the best people watching cities.
The best.
You go to Philly and it's like, all right, sweatpants and
those 20 dudes all look exactly the same. Yeah,
those girls wear pajamas to the Wawa. That's great.
That's more Bucks County than Philly. It's just great. And again, another home run by Nika and Beatrice and the whole gang and Impact, because you're amazing. We usually say a half hour. We're already past the half hour mark. We'd love to invite you back. And if you get something in the East Coast, let us know, and we would love to come see you. There is plenty of places, everybody, to check out the amazing Jasmine Jordan. I'll wait for him to come back up again. Down on the scroll at the bottom, www.jasminejordan.com.
Music, Jasmine Jordan.
Oh, Jasmine Music. I did that again. I always miss the music.com. Instagram at The Real Jasmine J. Facebook at Jasmine Jordan. View her on YouTube. Check out Intermission, the new album. It's on Apple Music. It's on Spotify. It's already on my Apple Music playlist. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I saw it today, and it is on there. So we got that locked in. And I'm telling you, make sure you check it out. Like we always do, we get with artists that start out as independent artists that get big and we love getting in on like early on and finding out the projects, we would love to invite you back. Absolutely, sometime soon when more stuff starts hitting and maybe you get on the road. And thank you to all your people that chimed in tonight too. Thank you for watching. I don't know what else to say. You're such an amazing guest. Your smile is just perfect. It's big smile, beautiful, and just talented, and we loved it. I enjoyed every second. I could sit here and probably keep it till about midnight, but I know you got.
Listen, I would gladly come back. Thank both of you so much, genuinely from the bottom of my heart, for just listening, watching, supporting, having this conversation with me. Many more to come. I would love to be back. And congrats on, it says episode 203. So
Yes.
congratulations to both of you, the consistency, and just keep doing your thing. I would love to be back. We'll plan another time to talk about the continuation of the intermission.
I would love it. And we're working on live stuff. Maybe something goes on in Philly. We do a live show. You come sing for us. We would love it. We'd absolutely love it.
Please.
All right.
Love that.
We'll do anything. Have a great night, Jasmine. Thank you so much, and keep up the great work.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Have a great night.
You too.
Jewel, absolutely, she's adorable and talented, and the smile is great, the confidence. Again, I say it, I mean it. 203 episodes, we're undefeated. 203 and an awesome guest. And Anthony likes cheesecake. I like cheesecake. Who doesn't like cheesecake?
I love cheesecake.
I love cheesecake. Jewel makes great pie, by the way. But yeah, what a great guest. And again, as I always say, the public relations groups like, Nika and Beatrice and Impact and some of the others we deal with say, look, I've got this artist. We want to have them on your show. And you look into the music and the talent, you're like, great. And then you always think for that one little second, like, how is the conversation going to be? And the conversation always goes so well.
Oh, and I love when they just inspire us. Like, I'm just so inspired. And, it's really the hardest of times right now. And she's just handling it with such grace. And not only that, but, inspiring others to just get through it. And we can do it. Anyone can do it. We're doing it now. We've gotten through the hard part. I mean, there's been some very, very hard parts of the last couple of years, but man, it's just, you have to wake up every day and appreciate what you have. And thank you, Nika, so much. That was so wonderful.
No, thank you, really, thank you, and we really appreciate it. That's a beautiful picture of you, by the way, as well. You're looking terrific there. And we appreciate all your work, and you and Beatrice bring just top-notch class artists, like talent and personality-wise. It's just great.
And the music is great, too. And I'm sad we couldn't play the music tonight because I'm such a fan and it's so great. So please check her out. Spotify. We didn't even get to talk about her Spotify Wrapped. She's just raking up the listens and streams. So please go check out Jasmine Jordan on Spotify. My niece, I hop on because I have my own Napster. So I hop on my niece's Spotify, our intern Duck, and she's probably like, what are you doing? Like it all, but I have to listen to Spotify, because Spotify is where it's at. I just have to convert and get an iPhone and Spotify because I feel like I'm lost in the dust with Napster because they don't even have what Spotify has. I can't make a playlist.
Yeah, you gotta get that going. Bear Rains, good evening. Good to see you back, our good brother. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna jump on that Jeff and Paste. Paste? I'm scared. What exactly is Paste? I don't even know if I want to know.
About this Anthony character, I don't even know.
Oh, he's a good time. He's a great dude, and me and him. He told me a couple weeks ago I'm not allowed to quit because I had a really bad day. Like a couple weeks in, I'm like I said, I'm out of here. He's like, you're not allowed to quit.
Good. So I'm glad you have someone there that's forcing your hand.
It's a good staff. It's a good bunch of people, but as a whole, it's very trying, I guess is the word.
And my cousin Christy chimed in. Hi, Chris.
Yeah, so that was great. Thank you for tuning in. Tell the rest of the family, the great Tatey-esque family.
I guess, real quick, I'll just promote that I draw tattoos for a living now. So I just drew Christy's son's tattoo. I drew 2 of my nephews, and I'm working on my nieces. So that's basically what I do for a living now. So if you have a request, just send them my way.
That's very cool. And you could also, so like, you could send the messages to the Stoop Radio Network on
Yeah.
Facebook. Send a message there. We'll get it on Instagram, of course, which is the Yo Show 215 on Instagram. Send us a message there. And if you're interested in anything, Jewel will draw it. Tattoos, indeed, Anthony. We talk about it, work a lot. I still need my first one. Maybe Jewel will draw something amazing.
Hey, I'm
She
taking
likes Kirby.
Oh, I had to show you my Kirby. I'll tell Joey to bring it in.
Oh, Jewel, like Anthony's very much into like the anime and stuff like that. Like that's his ballpark. Oh, that's his John. We talk about it.
He's Master Sword in the corner.
He told people at work that I'm a nerd too because I got my Funko Pops and my webcast, etc. And that's very cool. I love it. Like I love doing stuff like this. I love having fun, being silly. Like there was no age limit for being the way I am. I drink my beer. Probably gonna come into work hungover tomorrow. It's all well and good. This is why Tuesday nights. Jewel probably forgot she's on mute.
I didn't forget.
Oh, okay. Because you just kept talking. I'm like, does she know? Okay, let's do some topics, Jewel. Because a lot of, not a lot, but things go on. He's a nerd, and I'm an otaku. Now, tomorrow at work, you got to explain to me what an otaku is. Because that girl, JoJo, that came on our show, she calls herself otaku. Jewel knows what it is. Do you know what an otaku is?
Well, I was going to say, it's probably not related at all. Have you ever heard of sanpaku?
No.
Okay, they're these type of eyes that have... Oh, hang on a second.
The excitement. We'll be right back with the explanation of what a sanpaku is.
Right, so you have white underneath your eyes when you look like this. Like, you know, you have like white, but they have it just resting eyes. Billie Eilish has it. Marilyn Monroe has it. And Princess Diana had it. So they're saying, look at my Kirby. You can put your head in it. It's like a pillow.
She's going to put her head in it. I knew Joey was going to pop up eventually and put her head in it. Of
What
course.
was your head?
Go ahead.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. And make sure you hit the like button in the face. Don't break your screen. And do that on my channel. And I will be posting more this summer.
She is truly the most amazing spokesperson ever.
And if I don't do that, I will steal the snacks. Thank you.
Boss girl.
Boss girl in the house. Little Miss Joey, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know where Duck is, but Duck is slowly losing her job.
Oh my God. So let me tell you, Duck was supposed to be here tonight. I was going to pick her up. It was going to be the return of the intern.
The return of the intern.
Work went pretty terrible today, so I didn't get a chance to pick her up. Next week,
sorry.
hopefully.
She hates us. Well, she hates me, not us. She hates me.
Oh, the sanpaku, though. That's, okay. So these people with these type of eyes, Billie Eilish, Marilyn Monroe, and Princess Diana, terrible fates. All of them, apparently.
Yes. Oh, yeah, okay.
So they're, like, worried about Billie because, obviously, she's a young person. And, yeah. So I don't know what otaku is. I should know. That's her last name.
Who?
JoJo.
I don't think it's a real last name. I think it's character.
Well, yeah, but, like, what does it mean? I gotta look
Right,
it up.
exactly. I don't know what it means.
Where's
I know
our
you're looking.
intern?
Where's our intern? Anthony, give us a definition of otaku while we're here struggling over it. We need to know now. We need to know.
Okay.
Top 5 relationship breakers. All right, let's get this out of the way. Let's do a let's argue thing because I am stunned by the amount of people with
Wait.
hatred for what happened. Did you find it?
Yeah.
Okay.
In Japan, a young person who is obsessed with computers or particular aspects of popular culture to the detriment of their social skills. Every other otaku can run on about their hobby endlessly. That's you with pop dolls.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Okay. That's why JoJo, because she has the pop. Okay, I got it.
Get it. I got it. We'll talk about it all day and work tomorrow, too.
You got it good.
But
Okay, sorry.
Ron Russell hates my Funko Pops. Oh no! Not those stupid dolls!
They're
Oh,
the
Ron.
baby babies of the 2020s.
Only more popular. They will last. They will stand the test of time. Most of the kids. Oh, like her mommy and most of the kids today. I got it. Took me
Yeah.
a second.
She's definitely obsessed with all things that I'm obsessed with, which is perfectly fine.
He's a social caterpillar. That scares me a little bit. I'm a little afraid of that.
What does that mean?
I don't know. He does say some clever things though.
Why do we have to decipher your posts?
I gotta enjoy it.
Right now.
Let's do some topics, and of course, we do anywhere from the wild to the sad to the happy and all that. And this struck me. Just last week, I went to the Sellersville Theater, and I saw "Strange Love," the Depeche Mode cover band. Phenomenal, Joy. I already invited him on the show. I didn't get the feedback yet, but anyway, very sad news from Depeche Mode. Keyboardist Andy Fletcher, who's an original member of the band, passed away a few days ago. I'm a big Depeche Mode fan, big fan of 80s music, and of course when you see the 80s musicians and stars passing away, it's kind of tough. Andy was one of the founding members of Depeche Mode, passed away, so rest in peace there, of course, to his family, to the Depeche Mode band. Of course, we send out our heartfelt sorrows. From great artist to an artist who works on my nerves, Green Day's Billy Joe Armstrong says he wants to leave America. And I, for one, Jewel, will drive him to the airport. What do you think?
I didn't think he still lived here.
Apparently he does, and he came out once again and said, I think I'm just going to leave America. I got news.
When
And
was
again,
the last tour they did? I don't remember,
right, they're so irrelevant. Remember he had like that giant hissy fit on stage that they started saying he had psycho issues that they didn't really know. Hey, there she is. The lady herself, Miss Cassie Perini, in the house. So your husband can't talk about his balls for the next half hour. You like Green
We
Day?
had a great interview. We got through it beautifully.
We did.
Amazing.
I did.
Jasmine.
I didn't say anything about balls. Driving home, listening to my favorite show. And she tuned in us too. Amazing. No, it's awesome. I love that. Thank you so much. I love to listen to it in the car the next day. I love listening to us in the car. And another American Idiot tour? Well, it was part of the play of the article. When the article said, we're all American idiots. And, honestly, I'm not saying to be mean. I'm not saying to be like a political person or whatever. But if you don't like it here, leave. Really?
Look, we all know what happened this week. It was terrible.
Yes.
Screw all them, right?
Agreed.
No one agrees with this decision.
No.
We, as Americans, have to live here, especially if we can't, just jet set off to another country. So it's like, are you going to help? Or are you going to be like, oh, screw them, let them suffer?
Yeah,
Like, how much money did we give you over the years? Like, you're just going to let us fall like that? Like, I saw this brilliant performance by Olivia Rodrigo. I like that girl. And Lily Allen. And they sang F You at the Glastonbury. It was very cool. But I don't know. I feel like if you're not going to help, don't be like, oh, screw all you ants that are, suffering. I mean, just squish you.
Oh, that's well. This is something I've said before too. Amy Lee from Evanescence. Jewel she gets that a lot, and your heart belongs to Jeffany. I don't blame you. Let's
tan. Tan like ASAP. It's summer.
Bear.
Translucent.
I don't want you to feel slighted, Bear. Your girlfriend did send you a personalized photo. The one and only Jeffany Lee. I mean, gorgeous. But yeah, again, if you don't like it here, you can leave here. Nobody is forcing anybody to stay here.
Yeah. Do you have to make commentary when you do?
Right.
If your commentary is not going to be helpful, then I don't know.
Like if Billy Joe Armstrong left America, you even said, he still lives here? Who the hell knows?
Right.
And who cares? But there's been a lot of talk about, like you said, the thing that just happened. Best way to talk about it. Because most people don't want to pick a side because you want the best for everybody. No matter what, you want the best.
Well, we live in the land of the free, and it's just seemingly like dark days ahead
Exactly.
is the
And
thing.
some of the things, and I heard about some sad news, not calling any names out, but people who are like challenging their own lives and just doing dangerous things. Look, I mean, I know it sounds bad. There's bad things, but there's also great things. You just heard it right there. Like you get somebody like Jasmine Jordan, who's just grabbing life by the by the balls. See how I did that? My wife
Yeah.
now tuned out. No, grab my life by the balls and just go down and do it. There is great stuff, and my wife will tell you. And she, mentioned about the chemo with. My wife is a fucking survivor, dude, and there is strength out there to be had, and there is good things to be had, and there's good people. So, so Stephanie, I'm very sorry, Stephanie Bertolato, our love, one of our girls here. She's back with us, and we can't see all the Facebook comments for some reason, but
I'm on Facebook. I can't see it.
she said the Green Day toured last year. It's on my thing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You like that? You like that wig? Am I hot? I should wear that to work tomorrow at my desk. The big blonde wig with the pigtails. But Steph, it's nice to have you back. And she she said that she thought Billy Joe was already Canadian. Well, let's take him to Canada. Right up the street. Goodbye.
Wait, he's English, right?
No, he's not.
I don't know. Jeez.
Well, we'll lay this. We'll let other people comment. And of course, as you know, this isn't the opinion of us, but the opinion of our audience. And Bear said, ain't no human being that has the right to tell a woman what to do with their body or life.
Wait a
And
minute.
politicians.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay. Politicians are not kings and queens. They are paid servants. I agree with that. I really do. Like I said, I don't want to take sides and say what makes this, that, and the other thing, but
Right.
it really is about the right of a person to choose. I'll leave it at that. I don't want to go on. We don't really do that here, but Bear, I do appreciate your input. He's from California.
Oh.
Okay, so
Thank you for schooling us, Stephanie, because
I must touch the wig. Thanks for keeping it light. Love it. You will touch the wig. It's going to happen. We always have great Halloween parties, too, so be on standby.
speaking of 90s bands, Travis Barker is hospitalized.
Again? What happened
In the
now?
West Hills Hospital with his wife, Kourtney Kardashian. Unclear of his health condition. He's suffering for what the emergency led him hospital. Scary tweet that says, God save me.
Really? Wow.
Man, they just can't win. I'm sorry, I watch Kardashians. I do. It's like my guilty pleasure show. They're weird together, but hey, whatever. They're happy. They were having trouble trying to have a baby, and I felt bad. I'm like, oh, that stinks.
I don't watch the shows, but wife's watching, so I won't talk about my Kardashian thing.
I like Kim and I like Chloe as people. Kourtney is just a little too out there. I don't.
Isn't
but
Chloe? Chloe's the
be happy.
Chloe's the taller one.
Chloe is so funny. I swear to God, like her personality is great.
It
Like,
turns into one.
does it?
I like the little one. Who's the little one? That's Kourtney, right?
Kourtney, why?
Oh, I think she's so cute. Oh, she's so cute. She's the cutest of the bunch.
Personality. Are you serious? Are you looking at Kim?
What's that?
Kim's the best looking one.
I love Kim too, but she's
Well, she didn't have to do all that work, but I say she was the best looking one.
I'm sorry, I say it on the program, and they say, watch me say on the internet because your words last forever. If you date Pete Davidson, you're no longer attractive. Send that to Pete Davidson.
No, that's Jim Carrey. Did you see all his exes?
Oh, I tell you, like John Mayer. John Mayer gets all the babes. I don't get it. The most unattractive man on earth.
I wouldn't for the life of me date John Mayer or Pete Davidson. But hey, they're happy. They're just not good looking dudes, in my opinion.
There was nothing slightly attractive at all.
But she said he's so funny.
You're the Rob of the Kardashians. That's nothing to be proud of, dude.
Mm.
Not a fan of Rob.
It's a K, not a C.
But I don't know. We spoke about Halloween. Let's move on to another topic for the love of Christ. Spoke about Halloween, and of course, Jewel. I don't know if you knew, but the new trailer is out for Hocus Pocus 2. The gang is back. All the original actresses in it. Another Hocus Pocus, a movie that grew major cult status and really kind of grows in popularity more and more each year that passes. They had an awesome 3-pack Hocus Pocus Funko Pop that I picked up last year, and they're talking about a sequel. Are you excited? You sound excited. I can already tell.
I'm so excited. You know, I loved Hocus Pocus ever since I was little. I'm like, Bette Midler and Sarah Jessica Parker are two of my favorite people of all time. I love them so much. I wish I was related to either one of them. I love beaches. I love Sex and the City so much. I just think they're fantastic. And Hocus Pocus, let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, here it is. Now, me and my sisters all look drastically different, right? I have black hair. My one sister has red hair. And my other sister, well, she used to have blonde hair. So, this is our Hocus Pocus.
Well, I actually freaking love you. You always do Halloween so well, I tell you.
But that was a dream, you know, being the Hocus Pocus sister is really like, cool. You know, last year we did the Witches of Eastwick.
Oh, yeah.
And we don't have a real good picture of that, but came off smashingly. But yes, Hocus Pocus.
There's actually this rather inappropriate softcore porno movie called The Witches of Breastwick that I came across by accident.
I didn't see it until last year. I'm like, I've never seen this movie. Everyone says we look like these sisters. Like,
Witches of Breastwick?
Yeah, Eastwick.
Oh, Eastwick.
It's great. I love Cher so much.
I'm not a fan.
I love Cher.
I do not like Blair Witch. I did not like it. It freaked me out. No, can't do Blair Witch. Nope, can't.
I watched every Blair Witch. They're so not scary. I need a good new scary movie because I'm just disappointed. I watched that new one with Alicia Silverstone, The Requiem. That was probably the worst shark movie I've ever seen in my life. You see the cover and it's like a megalodon. It's like
Megalodon.
It was the worst F-list movie I've ever seen in my life. Alicia Silverstone, I thought she was a great actress until this movie.
Really that bad? I mean, worse than her performance in what was that movie where she was like the teenage girl and
Crush or
no, the one where she stalks the dude. Carrie Elways is in it.
I thought it was Crush.
Was that Crush? Okay, I'm thinking of the one with Mark Wahlberg. That one sucked too.
Oh, Fear. No, wait.
She's horrible in that too. She's horrible.
It was Reese Witherspoon in Fear.
It was Reese. Okay. She sucked in that too.
Great movie. He sucked in that, but it was still good. He's like banging on his chest.
It's Crush. Thank you, Steph. Steph, where are you at night? You gotta be the intern. You gotta be the intern until we get an intern. Yeah, there's not. I don't do scary movies. So I can't even help you. I don't like scary. I'll tell you what. My wife was watching something that's real time scary. That 2 Deep Graves or whatever it is. That's scary.
That. I cannot find it. Where is it?
I got it. Hey, I'll ask Cassie. I think it's Netflix. I think it's 2 Deep Graves. Cassie, if you're listening, hit me with the name or hit Jewel with the name later. It's creepy because it's real. It's a real story about this family that's murdered. Like they're beaten in the desert and buried. And there's so many suspects. These people had like some money, a little bit of business. Everybody liked them, and then they were brutally murdered. That's the kind of stuff you should be watching.
Oh, I watch true crime way too much. I'm just like every other girl in the 2020s that are obsessed with these true crime podcasts. Bailey Sarian, and there's a new one. It's called Web of Make Believe on Netflix. That is true stories. Oh my god, it's some wild stuff, but it's all true.
It is a good time. I'm telling you, watch the horror flicks. Anthony, I don't know what your wife is into, but chicks dig the real crime, the true crime. Cassie likes the true crime. I think women just plot ways to kill men, so they watch all these true crime shows. And when
Yeah,
they find
I
one
got away
that's
with it. Why women kill.
right, yeah, exactly. When they find out how they can get away with it, we're on
How to
deep,
get away
deep
with
trouble.
murder.
Murder,
Murder.
Moderna. How to get away with Moderna? One
Oh
shot
my
at a time.
gosh. We're running through like all the Nintendo games ever created because we have that like busted SD card. Apparently, there's this mature rated game on N64.
Yeah,
I'm like, what if she just stumbled upon this? You know, this bad mouth squirrel.
Dexter is
Oh, yeah.
terrific.
I think Dexter is what set it off for all of us loving murder shows and a good looking serial killer.
I can believe it. I mean, Dexter's
And Joe,
Dex-
oh, you from and Joe Goldberg.
yeah, right.
Called you.
Oh yeah, she's talking about the TikTok of the girl.
There is not. I'm not a show on Netflix. No, the show is called You.
You know that news reporter, and the guy's trying to explain to her like the show on Netflix is called You, and the Karen's like, I am not a show. There's not a show named after me, and he's like, no, it's YOU.
My OU, right. I think right, Dexter brought back the genre, and Dexter was such a creative show because here you're rooting for this murderer, if you will, but you're rooting for Dexter. At the end, like
want him to get away with it.
right. I don't want to tell the end of what happened, but
he has a code. He kills other serial killers is the name of the game. So
exactly.
it's not like let's take American Psycho. Christian Bale, good-looking guy, but he just killed randomly. We don't like that. We
No.
like a serial killer that has a conscience.
Kill with a purpose.
Kill with a purpose. You gotta get flagged so many
The,
times.
the opinions of the Yo Show do not reflect the opinions of Jeff the Shark Perini or Joel Tate individually.
Allegedly.
Viewer discretion is advised. Speaking of Christian Bale, a topic I've been horny to do all day long.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. Ooh, oh my. Now my wife's like, there it goes again. I didn't even type it out. I didn't type. There it is. Christian Bale, Joel Tate, discusses playing Batman again. That's right. They had an interview where they were interviewing about his new character in Thor, Love and Thunder. Thor?
He's got a role in that?
He's the villain. And they said he is possibly the best villain. They're saying he's possibly the best villain in the history of the Marvel Universe. They said that character is so amazing. Like the villain. And they talked to him about it. And he's like, I would consider doing Batman again. God, everybody's all over this. So Bale says to do Batman again, but it has to be. And Tina Marie Celine, hello, thank you for watching. Just said, Jewel, you're more gorgeous daily. Aw, Tina, we can't post it here because we can't get the YouTube ones on here. And we missed you too. Absolutely miss you so much. And we know it's you, Tina. Of course we know it's you, but we can't.
I can't see the comments, man. Like, where
They're
do I
going.
go?
They're actually on my page's version of the show. And Tina, we love you for tuning in. Of course, you're awesome. We absolutely adore you, and we're gonna get back together and do this sometime and have you come back on. But it's because we love you to pieces.
I think we should go to Texas and go down to her neck of the woods.
I'm down with that.
I need to go to Texas in my lifetime.
So Christian Bale said his one condition to doing Batman is if Christopher Nolan comes back to do the films. And I will tell you what. To me, we've had this talk in the show a million times. For me, it's all about Christian Bale. Thank you. I like the Peterson thing. The Keaton thing's okay. But
That's wild that he ended up in the Marvel universe, though.
You're winning the comment where you're doing pretty good. Bale is Batman again. Like that, J.D. Wolf, to me, that got me. I was so psyched when I saw that it's even a
And he
possibility.
would be old man Batman. Like,
Right.
old man, beat up. I'm going to bring up the new generation. Actually, him and Pattinson could be in the same movie.
They could. That's actually a very, very good point. I'd liked, and we talk about it all the time because Batman's one of our favorite subjects here. And I liked the Pattinson movie. I liked the Keaton. I love the Bales. Even the bad Bales are like great. Was burped horribly. What a great night.
I have to watch Miss Marvel.
Yes, the new Miss Marvel with Camilla Khan? Kamala Khan. What's the next girl's name? I'm sorry. I botched it. My man Kristen's going to murder me.
She looks pretty cool, though, and I really want to watch She-Hulk because I'm all about it.
Definitely psyched for She-Hulk as well. Evan Horn.
For Halloween.
I see your comment. Yeah, right? Oh, you should totally rock She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
Because you look like the character. Not like she's not overly bulky. I think it'd be amazing for it. Ms. Marvel looks awesome. She-Hulk looks awesome. Evan Horn, I do see your comment, bro, but I can't bring up the Facebook ones here. And yeah, fantasy football is on the way. And we're going to be talking about that through like August, etc. when fantasy football rolls around. I'm very excited.
Summer is halfway done.
Right?
I don't have plans, and I feel like time is slipping away.
I agree. Evan Horn, speaking of fantasy football, Tina said, do those reps, girl. You know it. It's my beast. Evan Horn, speaking of fantasy football and sports, etc., how about this one today? Former NFL legends Adrian Peterson and Le'Veon Bell have agreed to a boxing match. Why the hell is everybody boxing? What makes these people think they can box? What makes people think we want to watch them box?
I don't know who these people are.
So, Peterson,
That sounds familiar.
Adrian Peterson was a long-time running back for the Minnesota Vikings, and then he became a journeyman near the end, bounced around. Le'Veon Bell was with the Steelers for years, etc. I don't know what makes these people think that they're boxers. Yeah, total 3 stars. Man, money. I agree it is money, but
I mean, I would like to see anyone up against Mike Tyson. Did he ever fight Logan Paul?
not yet. Has not gone on yet. I would love to see that as well.
We
Evan
need
Horn
to
says
bring back
Peterson and knockout.
celebrity boxing. And I don't know who these people are. Apparently, Minnesota Viking. But no, we need to see I want to see reality stars box.
Yeah, I want to see some good boxing now.
Remember the surreal life with Danny Bonaducci and all those great cats.
Holy shit! Speaking of which, a topic I forgot to touch. Did you hear the thing with Danny Bonaducci?
No, I was gonna wear my YSP shirt tonight too. I had it all ripped up and I'm ready to go. I'm gonna wear it next week.
So Bonaducci's been spent the last couple months. He put his radio show on hold. He's got a very serious condition. Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. He's still on radio somewhere.
I don't have a job.
But he's got a condition where he slurs his words really bad. He can barely talk and he can barely walk. And they don't really know what it is. His wife thought it was a stroke because obviously that's everything's stroke. Got checked out, no stroke symptoms, but they don't know what he has. And he's walking with a cane. He can't keep his balance, can't walk straight. He can barely talk, and
get out! I haven't heard anything about this.
I just saw that today, and I wanted to put it in the notes, and I forgot all about it. And I know
who did he celebrity box? It was
he kicked somebody's ass. Was it Greg Brady?
No, it was an actual boxer. It was like a Canseco, Jose Canseco. Does that sound right?
Was it? I know. Wait, Greg Brady boxed Screech, didn't he? And Screech kicked his ass.
Yeah, Danny used to get in real legit fights.
He's a big dude though.
I mean, he got knocked around a lot.
He's pretty jacked.
He's jacked, but he's pretty short.
But yeah, there's a lot of when you have celebrity boxing, you see Greg Brady. That's not boxing.
Yeah.
That's a Greg Brady box.
In context, I used that was my first radio job. I worked with Danny Bonaducci. I was his intern in Philadelphia, 94.1. This station.
That is the coolest thing too. I think so.
I just found my shirt and Joey had it. I'm like, all right, it's not a bedtime shirt. I'm gonna just wear this out. I earned this.
You did earn that. Intern at Bonaducci and YSP were my favorite
yelled
station
at
of all
by
time.
A Partridge Family kid.
That's right. You earned it, damn it. Now he's sickly on his deathbed. So.
I remember being in that studio. I'm like, whoa, because you go down to 4th and Market in Philadelphia, and you got Fox News across the street, Fox 29.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then I loved it, man. I mean, I worked the morning shift, so I used to go down and get the long roll with the egg and cheese,
Oh,
3
man.
o'clock in the
See?
morning. But you walk, it was my interview, so I walk in and I'm sitting there. My dad takes me down, right? I'm like 20 years old. My dad takes me. I'm so happy he was there though,
Did
because
Bonaducci meet your dad?
I think so. He walked in, right, and me and my dad are like sitting in the waiting area, this big room. My dad always does this like jab you with his elbow thing. When Danny walks in, he's like, "What? What?" And he's fiery red hair, his short little. So of course it's him. I'm like, oh god, this is. But it was so cool. I really enjoyed that whole experience. I met a lot of great people. Shyla, she went on to host Q102. Now she's up in
Yeah.
Scranton. I mean, a lot of great people doing a lot of great things. Yeah, prayers for Danny though. That's very sad.
Yeah, sad stuff. I saw it and I thought of you right away. And it's still amazing that, when I was introduced to the idea of having you on the show, and I'm like, oh, yeah, she worked at YSP. I'm like, oh, shit, she's hired. Especially when I told her the salary is zero, and she said, that's fine. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, so away we go.
that's
With
what I went
zeros.
for. Zero.
That's right. I love working for zero on the air. That's why we got to get out and do some things. Is that all the topics already? What the freak happened here?
No, I sent you the Airbnb topic.
Oh, you did, and we're going to get to that in a second. I didn't type it out. We're going to talk about it. First of all, we talk about the man who wins the lottery using the TLC show theory. So there's a show on TLC that says "Lottery changed my life." They've got a theory on how to win and playing the lottery. So apparently, get this, for all us wealthy Americans out there, the rule is spend 25 hours on lottery tickets every week for a month, and then you're going to hit the lottery. You're writing that down, huh?
That's bullshit. Because
Yeah, right.
I have family members that do that, and it does not pan out.
No, it doesn't. I don't even get that. Matter of fact, I want to get off that topic. So I want to talk about your Airbnb topic, and I didn't write it down. I feel like I didn't type it out. But anyway, so Jewel, through the course of the day, will always send me a nice little piece. And today she sends me this dandy. I got to find it. Here it is. This is the nastiest thing I've ever heard in my life. So the headline reads, "Never take food from strangers. Former Airbnb employee says a host fed guest welcome spaghetti," which is spaghetti with dog food. Dude, I saw it at work and I almost threw up. Seriously. And like everybody's saying, like, it's already like, oh, it looks like the end of the Airbnb business because now it's just getting out of hand. That is for, like, why on earth would you do that to people? Especially can you imagine opening, like you like to bake, Jules Pastries, and one of your pastries is dog pie, dog food pie. Like, what the hell?
The thing with this is, like, you're hosting an Airbnb. You have to be certified to go on the site and rent out your home. There's so much that goes into a B&B. You have to do updates on your house. Like, you have to do all this stuff. I just met this person, and they had to do so many upgrades and, like, go through so much paperwork to get certified on Airbnb. Like, it is a process. So to serve someone dog food.
Wolf dog, welcome spaghetti. It even has a name.
Where's your Alpo meal? It's on the house. Like, I just don't understand. Now, the people allegedly went through the trash and they didn't find any remnants of ground beef or, beef that you would cook up, not pork or anything like that. They were eating the spaghetti, said it tasted weird. They did, however, find a can of generic dog food brand. Now, the argument is there are ground beef brands that are served in a can. Spam, possibly. But did the owner know? Was this malicious? Was it maybe a person who didn't have their wits about her, who just thought this was ground beef? because this is sickening.
It's disgusting. And on top of spaghetti now, I love spaghetti. Why would you ruin spaghetti?
Oh, on spaghetti. What a waste.
For the love of God. That's disgusting. And when you sent me that, I was like really grossed out by that. And the girl in the pictures is like it's no big deal. It's a huge deal. It's freaking disgusting.
So that girl in the picture works for Airbnb, and she's getting the complaint, and she's like, what are you going to do? You got to act professionally
Look at this spaghetti.
when getting... Oh, that looks so good.
Look at that. It does look good though. It looks like ground beef spaghetti.
Reese would love that.
Steph,
Reese would
I'm
eat
sorry.
that up.
Sorry, Steph. Sounds like Motel Hell. Well, don't be talking about Motel Hells and all. I'm going to get, what's your name to come stab you?
So, following
Mason.
off that, a segue, there's so many horror movies about Airbnbs and hidden cameras and privacy and things being shared when they're supposed to be private kitchens and things of that nature. And now they're saying with all the inflation that getting a hotel is actually cheaper than getting Airbnb these days. Like, what? I know what the appeal is, but are you checking out Airbnbs when you go stay? I just stayed in a beautiful one like a couple weeks ago, so I don't know.
I don't know. The wife, as you know, as I told Jewel, and I'll tell America, in September, the wife and I will be finally hitting Nashville, Tennessee.
Woo!
My wife's birthday is in early September. Thank you. So we're going to be doing Nashville for Labor Day weekend. But she looked at Airbnb and she said the prices were outrageous. There's really nothing out there, so we got a hotel. Thank you for that. But after hearing these horror stories, like, I don't really want to be in somebody's house where they're making me food, like dog food spaghetti. Like, that's just...
So that's funny you say that, because when I went to Nashville 2 years ago, we were looking at Airbnbs, and a lot of them were kind of sketchy, especially around the Nashville area.
Right. I mean...
You're like in the, woods in Tennessee. It's like scary. So
Steph, come to
I get where you're coming from.
Nashville.
We stayed right by the airport. A nice hotel, had a pool. It was great. We had to take a Lyft or Uber into town, but it was great. I would avoid the cockroaches by the river.
Thank you.
Coyote Ugly was kind of a headache, but Broadway was fantastic. You're going to love every bar. You, as a music lover, will just have the best time in the world. I would definitely check out Kid Rock's bar. Check out Blake. What's his name? Blake. Red Dog. What's
Blake
his
Shelton.
name?
Blake Shelton.
Blake Shelton's bar is cool too. But you have to watch in Nashville. I just had this conversation. You can go to one bar and have like, $5 beer, some cheap food, good barbecue, and then go right next door and the beer will be $15. So you have to be careful.
Oh.
Check the prices before you go. And also, I wanted to tell you, you're supposed to tip the musicians because it is Music City. Everyone, oh, Red, thank you. Everyone's trying to get their money in, so
I get you. Makes sense.
it can be pricey if you don't know where you're going. But I will tell you, I went to a few barbecue joints in Nashville, and the best barbecue was across from Patty. I'll tell you later. But I think it's called Jack's. I think it's called Jack's on Broadway.
Come on, Steph. Hit
That
us.
was it. Dolly Parton. What?
He's hired by... I'm a little confused. I was hired by Dolly Parton but decided to go to Nashville. I'm confused by it.
She's a national treasure.
She has a pair. She has a pair of national treasures.
But we went off the beaten path, is my point, to find this fantastic barbecue, like out of this world, by locals who said it was the best barbecue ever. And that's, one of the reasons I'm there. It's great food.
Sure.
But no, we found the best. I believe it's Jack's. Rob's Western World is where we saw Chris Pratt sing Johnny Cash.
Yeah, I'm jealous of that. I can't believe you saw Chris Pratt out there. I tell everybody that story. Like, that's freaking awesome.
That was so cool. It was like the first bar I walk into. I'm like, where's the barbecue? And then I turn around and it's like friggin' Chris Pratt on stage, 11 o'clock at night on a Thursday. I'm like, What is my life? It was amazing.
Did you go to the Johnny Cash Museum?
I did. Well, I bought a souvenir. I went to the Country Music Hall of Fame, so I was only there for 4 days. I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do. But I love Johnny Cash.
She's a
Great
big fan.
time. It's a great time.
I'm very excited. It's her 40th. God bless her. So we're doing, because she's like, let's have a party. Let's plan a party. And I'm like, I have no idea where to start, especially Labor Day weekend.
Hey.
So first she's like, Vegas? And I'm like, we can. And then she's like, you know what? Nashville. So it's set up.
Dude, can I meet you guys out there? Be your tour guide?
Yo, absolutely. Like she said, anybody that wants to come on out, come on out.
man.
There are people that are going to come out and meet us out there. So like we're definitely down for.
Because I went with kind of a dud. I'm like, if I went with fun people who know
Dude.
music, oh my God, it would be the best time.
Like a guy I work with said, everybody rents scooters and rides around in
Yes.
scooters. Somehow I could see me getting a little like a little basket from like a shopping store and scooting Cassie home in the basket while I'm on the scooter. I could see
You
it.
let me know what dates you're going to be there. I'll try and make it happen. That'd be the
All right,
best
so
time.
it is September 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Sounds about right. Or 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. I think it's 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Yeah,
Be awesome.
very excited.
And you can get those pedal
Psyched.
bars things.
Yeah.
But you have to really pedal.
Oh, pedaling. That doesn't sound like any fun.
But it's like a bar. You drink and then they play music. It's Bachelorette City. There's so many bachelorette parties that go there.
Thinks he did it on purpose.
If I go
yeah.
there, then I'm taking Cassie and we're dancing on the bar at Coyote Ugly. It's happening.
It's Cassie. You freaking kidding me? Duh.
We went to Coyote Ugly and like so many people fall off that damn bar.
I believe it. I tell you what, I used to dance on the bar at Fireside. I'll tell you what, dancing on a bar is so much harder than people think. Like that is some serious shit.
Yeah, like I can table dance, but
I can lap
I don't
dance.
think I've ever danced on a bar, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a lot. It's scary.
Yeah, okay. It is. You only have like that amount of space.
It's pretty slender. Like I get up there and I'm like, whoa. And then your head's like right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fireside
right.
wasn't really the biggest place, so
Oh
it's
man, I was finding that one picture. We had like a bar in our hotel room. This was like dancing on a bar in the hotel room. Anyway, Nashville's great.
I like it. Sounds like we got Naughty Joel in the house going to Nashville.
No, never.
Something I keep going to, and I got great people here like Steph and Bear, etc., people that appreciate this great stuff. I will reiterate it again. Our tremendous friend Sharon Leah is back again with another event, Ladies Who Rock for a Cause, and this year it's on October 8th. You can go to www.ladieswhorockforaCause.networkforgood.com. It's going to be at Constaters this year in Northeast Philly. The tickets are already on sale, and the lineup is tremendous. It's right here. Of course, Sharon Leah will be there with the Sharon Leah Band. Taylor Dane, Tiffany, Jennifer Page, and Kick It Out, which is a Heart tribute band, will all be there appearing. It's just a tremendous thing. It's Ladies Who Rock for a Cause. Cause go to a lot of great women's. I forgot. I lost my train of thought. Goes to great women's groups, etc. So it's always great. Sharon does rock. Sharon is awesome. And Bear, she's going to come back on our program in September and talk about this year's Ladies Who Rock for a Cause. Last year they did it virtual. Our good show friend Susie Curry was one of the members. It was a tremendous show. This year's going to be great. Like I said, it's at Constaters on Academy Road in Philadelphia, Saturday, September 8th. Get your tickets because this is a great lineup. They got regular tickets and VIPs. You can meet Taylor Dane and Tiffany and Jennifer Page and all these great stars, and there's food and all that, and it's just going to be an amazing event. Jewel, I know I'm definitely trying to get myself on that guest list. I would love to check it out and
we're gonna
support.
Be VIP. Tell it to my heart.
I think we're alone now. I know, right?
There's
We
so
can't
many
sing.
good acts. I swear to God,
know.
that's gonna be a great night.
They do a great job, and Sharon and Rick are they're just the hardest workers, and they're so cool, and their band's great. I love listening to Sharon, and she was terrific on our show last time. And I said, how about coming on again and talking about it? And she said, yeah, like in September, like a few weeks for the show, we'll come back on and we'll talk about it. Ladies Who Rock for a Cause, a terrific. You can find them on. They got a page on Facebook. Like I said, we shared that website, Instagram, etc. Make sure you find them. Jules got a great shirt. I got to get a shirt. That shirt was super cool, and you had it on that night.
No, go to Sharon's page because she has great merchandise you can buy. I have to get a new shirt for the concert because I wear my Ladies Who Rock for a Cause so much. I wear it out like every day. So, yeah, go to her site and support a great cause. And come out. You should come out, Bear, and support and go see the show. We should invite everyone. We should have
Yeah.
Tiffany. We should invite Tina, Maria.
Yeah, come on out.
All our ladies.
Come on. They always talk about spontaneous
Yes.
popping. Let's do it.
How much of a party will that be?
Holy Moses.
What?
I would absolutely love it. I'm very excited for it. I'm very happy for Sharon. Like I said, the tireless effort definitely coming through. We got so much good shit coming up on the Yo Show over the next couple weeks. We do have a program tomorrow night. We do have a Yo 2.0. And I kind of had to do this. One of our great public relations people, Jessica Katz, brought us a terrific actor who's got a brand new show coming out. His name is Shamari Love. And the show is Take the Night. Shamari Love is the actor. The show premieres July 8th. So Lisa's like, look, we're going to get him on the show before it comes. Oh, Jessica, rather. I'm sorry. Lisa. I don't know where I went to high school with Lisa Katz. Anyway, Jessica Katz. And Melanie DuPont, that great team, like, look, the show's coming out July 8th. We want to get him on your show right here before his show. And I'm like, we're kind of booked for the Tuesdays. I'm like, what do you do Wednesday? And she's like, yeah, let's do it Wednesday. So, Jewel, I'll give you first crack. If you can be available tomorrow night, I would love to have you do a 2.0 and meet this great actor if it's at all possible. So,
I'm trying to make it happen.
Let me know, definitely.
But, yes.
Let me know because it would be a double whammy of great 2.0 guests. It would be the great Joel and the actor Shamari Love, who I'm very excited to talk to. That is tomorrow night, Wednesday night on 2.0, which we do kind of an addition like what me and Joel have here is very sacred. And there is a theme to it. 2.0 is just kind of like fly off the cuff, get a little more people involved with what we do. And that'll be tomorrow night. It's very cool. And please accept. Oh, Bear's like begging you to come back on again tomorrow night. I mean, 2 nights of Jewel is like, makes life complete. A couple heart emojis. Thank you, of course, to Naked Cadet. Let me thank you for the heart. And, of course, the team at Impact PR gave us a heart tonight for the program. We definitely want to thank an outstanding guest, Jasmine Jordan, www.jasminejordanmusic.com, and Instagram at TheRealJasmineJ. Facebook at Jasmine Jordan, viewer on YouTube. The new album is Intermission. It's now available on Apple Music and Spotify. I've got it on my Apple Music. So, yeah, download it. It's great. She's great. She's gorgeous. She's talented. She's strong. She's positive. Jewel, Jasmine Jordan, like, give us a rundown.
I know. I've been vibing for a time now. If you haven't heard Jasmine Jordan, get familiar on every music platform. And man, I told her to her face tonight, and it just made my life that she sings my life. And whatever you're going through, man, so she's got a song for it. It's like Lana. Like I listen to Lana because she sings my experiences, and that's what you get. You get great songwriting backed by great production, backed by a beautiful voice, backed by a beautiful person with a beautiful soul. So thank you so much to Jasmine. Thank you, Nika, Impact, Beatrice. We love you guys so much.
I always say Nika. Like I think I say it wrong. I'm sure I say everybody's name wrong. I say everybody's.
We got a Philly accent, so I'm sorry if we say anything.
Maybe. I just say people's name wrong. I'm glad that Earl goes by Bear Reigns. That's easy.
Yeah. Earl.
I'm sure you even say Stephanie's last name wrong. I'm sorry. I love you all, though.
Jeff, I'm right with you. I say everything wrong. And for my day job, I have to say a lot of words. And I'm like, I say so many things wrong. I had to say water today, and I'm like, what? Water? Because they couldn't understand me. They're like, what? I'm like, is it water-based? And
Water.
they're like, what?
Is it water-based?
What? Water-based.
All
I
right,
can't
let's
even
get,
say it. It hurts. It hurts the throat to say it.
right? We do
Water-based.
water.
Oh, oh. How do you say it?
Water-based.
No.
No,
Okay.
it's
How do you
water-based.
say it?
Water-based.
Oh my God, this
Stop
little
it.
suburbanite.
Get out of here.
That means
It's water.
I had a British accent.
It's water-based.
They did. They're like, "Are you from? Are you from England?" When she started school, I guess because she has kind of a Philly accent, but kind of not. So you go to the bathroom.
Go to the bathroom.
Go
Wow,
to the
about that.
bathroom. Wash your hands with a hand towel.
Go to the bathroom. Wash your hands with a hand towel.
Towel.
Make sure you use water.
Make
Make sure
sure.
you use water.
See, it's witches. You're in that like
Wood,
meltable mood.
water. Water.
Forgot. But we were playing. She had a softball game, and it was against Conshohocken. And all those kids, they're like, "Where's my water?" And then all the Ambler kids are like, "Water."
Oh, Jesus. What a showdown. You know,
Showdown.
I realize how lazy I am in changing the comings up on the show. I really got lazy. Boss Girl is in the house. Boss Girl on fire tonight. She's saucy tonight. So, yeah, like I said, I've gotten too lazy, but the upcoming shows, of course, the 200th already happened, Christy Miller already happened, Nikki Shrinkford already happened, Jasmine and Jordan just happened tonight. But July 5th, we come back right into the holiday with singer Emily Blackbird. Very excited for that one. July 12th, Jewel, this is one for the ladies. Singer, super hottie, Chris Northern. He's a hottie, this dude. He's going to be on the show July 12th.
I'm so excited to talk to Chris. Not only does he have a song called Josephine, which is my daughter, and also his daughter, but he has a song called John Denver. Like, what?
Yeah, very cool. That's on the 12th. That's another Impact artist. July 19th, a great rock duo, the B.A. Sisters, will be on the program. July 26th, Joel, I'm so pumped up for this. My wife got to meet and sit with these awesome dudes down at Philly Winery. They autograph hats, the whole 9 yards. Great talk with these guys and their PR people. Whole damn mess. The band will be here on the 26th. Take a little time out from their recent tour to talk to us. August 2nd, one of our favorites, Philly band Bees, is back on the program. Going to talk about a brand new project they got coming out. September 6th, Bear and everybody else out there. Sharon Leah from Ladies Who Rock for a Cause, and the Sharon Leah band will be on the program to talk about the upcoming Ladies Who Rock for a Cause, September 6th. Make sure you check out Sharon, the project, the upcoming band, Constotters, Northeast Philly this year. It's 100% live, and we can't wait to see it. Lizzie Hale? A little bit.
Who,
See a
Joey?
little bit. No, not Joey. Joey?
Oh.
What was that? I don't think Joey. Oh. The BA sisters, maybe. They're a couple of hotties. Very excited for them. They're very cool. We're excited to have them on here. Just so much great stuff coming on, and we're still hunting down more guests. They said we got a 2.0 coming tomorrow night, and we don't always do 2.0. Wait till we have a decent guest. Doesn't always happen. I love to keep guests for here, no offense, but Tuesday nights we really do rock out some of the great ones. And of course, nothing beats, and I'll say it in front of the entire world, nothing beats hanging out on Tuesday nights with one of the absolute most amazing people on earth, Jewel Tatey. Jewel, I love you. I love spending time with you and this program. We have so much fun, and more people tune in. Thanks to everybody who tuned in tonight. And Anthony, I'll see you at work tomorrow. Thanks to Jasmine, Jordan, and thank you to the team from Impact and Jessica Katz and Rachel Dares, all these PR people that believe in us, that bring us people like, look, have our act on your show, because it means a lot to us. It really does. 203 episodes strong. I love every minute of it.
That was so nice. You're going to make me cry.
I don't always talk about balls.
It really has been such a journey, and I'm so happy I'm here. Man, 203.
Yeah,
and yes,
right.
Of course, Impact, and everyone who watched tonight, thank you so much. We love all your comments and your support. Jeff, I mean, it's not Tuesday without the Yo Show. So, and I check my schedule, and I'm like, yes, even when I work late nights, end of the month, I'm off Tuesday. So,
Yes.
let's get it. and it's going to be a great summer heading into an amazing fall. And let's just keep at it.
I agree. Onward and upward. We have so many great acts coming on the program, and make sure you tune in and tell your friends. Say, look, this show's pretty cool. We try to make it cool. We try to have a good time here. Bring some great acts. So let's just keep up the momentum. Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock right here on the O Show. We're going to take you out with one of our absolute favorites, another thing that makes the O Show unique, and that, of course, is St. Ricketts, where fire cannot burn. www.stricketts.com. New music is coming soon from the guys, and me and Joe are working on projects. We want to try and get out to places near you and see you people live and have bands come out live and have this one big party. So that's it for tonight. For Joel Tatey, I'm Jeff the Shark Perini, reminding you all to, seriously, I'm not going to be an idiot tonight. Love each other, man, because right now we all need one another.
Yes, well said. I agree.
Wow! What a weird ending. I'm going to go out on that note because Jules says I always talk too much. So that's it. St. Ricketts. Let's do some St. Ricketts. www.stricketts.com. Good night, Joel Tatey.
Good night. Bye.
Good night. All right, let's do the music before we go out because I like watching Joel magically disappear. Let's try it again because the volume wasn't up. God damn it. Okay. And good night.
point of it just to reach new heights of love. So I'm